Greetings, greetings, greetings. This is your brother Chief Flying Eagle with another video. Now, I'm gonna get into a video. There are clips of this lady at a conference, generally talking about, just connecting with various different so-called minority groups. And during that conference, uh, she made a statement that she said, uh, or at least that's the way people perceive it, that the young, so-called young black youth are the problem, right? And that's the only part of the clip that's going viral, basically indicating that this woman or the people of Israel, they have some personal vendetta against the so-called black youth because they are a problem for whatever reason. Now, me personally, I'm not saying there may not be agendas, but in that conference, during that speech, what people are promoting is propaganda. You feel me? And people are feeding into that because people don't do their due diligence. They don't do their research. You feel me? And that's very dangerous. It's very, very dangerous that people are so prone to promoting propaganda and misleading information. Okay? You have to listen. Listen to the conversation. Listen to the conversation in the setting and the context it was spoken. Let's take a listen. We're not going to listen to the entire thing, but just some of it. All right? Pay attention.
That forced me to look into it immediately, but I might do it when I come back. The major problem, or not problem, because in the South everything is quiet, more or less, and now that we got the Midwest, Missouri as well, um, the major community which it causes us some problems is the Black community. What we are doing, as Ruben asked me to focus on that, is basically it starts with engagement. We are not too big of a consulate, but we are very strong. Engagement means I had last week a dinner, sit down dinner at my house for 40 people, which are considered the leadership of the Black community, and they were coming from lots of walks of lives, academic, politics, police, airport, mayor's office, many very important people. I don't suggest that they are the people who can go to the Black Lives Matters, or they are the Black Lives Matters, but they can approach those people. They can be part of our doing and activities. We meet with lots of legislatures, local legislators, mainly Black, who can have some suggestions of what to do and how to do. They are in close touch with that community. We are working the universities. We have two Black universities, one for males and one female, the Morehouse and Spelman. It's not easy to get there and to get a speech or whatever, but we manage with the directors and with the students as well. And the last, which is not too much yet developed by me, is the whole question of Black churches, which should be actually our basic perception of how to get to the lower levels.
Okay, so I'm going to stop there, right? So, like I said, a lot of people are taking that conversation out of context. This conference or the initiative was making an attempt to connect with those minority groups. And they were talking about factions or within the construct of those minority groups, situations and problems that's taking place. And they were saying that the demographic of those groups, particularly the so called Black community, the youth is the problem. And a lot of people are taking that out of context. Now, let me expound on that, right? Once again, I'm not saying that this hasn't always been an agenda, and I'm not also saying that they may not be a hidden agenda. But based on the context of the environment and the purpose of the conference, it had nothing to do with what she was saying, for face value. We're not talking about underlying, agendas or any type of subliminal agenda. So people are spreading propaganda. You dig? Because I live in New York, and it's the youth, our youth, that's out here robbing people that look just like them. Okay, robbing elders, robbing women, robbing children that are their peers. I am in the hood. I see it. So it is a problem. It is a problem. And people out here, like I said, spreading propaganda and misinformation. I don't know if it's for likes, but they just take one thing and then they run with it and they spread misinformation. Now, with that being said, I don't think it's in these people's position to deal with our situation. That's where I make the differentiation. We have to deal with our own situation because we have learned in the past that when we allow other people to fix our problems or our issues, it works against us in the long run, and they are the ones who benefit from it. So I'm talking about even the so-called Black Lives Matter, even the churches that she mentioned. They are not supposed to be the ones dealing with our situations because we have tried them before and it don't work. And the worst part of that is they are the ones keeping us Black and African American. So for those of us who are actually on the path of restoring who we truly are and know who we are the ones that have to step up in those environments during those conference and set the record straight. Everybody's talking. No one wants to step up and do the righteous thing. Everybody's talking, but nobody wants to step up, be the face, okay? Or at least be the one of the faces that's out here speaking truth on a national platform. You feel me? Instead, you would rather take one soundbite of a clip and let it go viral, spreading the misinformation. You did. And once again, I'm not saying there may not be hidden agendas, but that's not what the lady was saying. You feel me? On in that conference. Because our youngins are a problem in the streets when it comes to our own people. I see it every single day. I talk to them as much as I can. I'm in the park all day, working out, sitting down playing dominoes. I'm talking to them. Even in the park, we have situations, and we, the older ones, have to step up to them. I mean, not in an aggressive way, but put them to sit down and talk to them. Just 2 weeks ago, all right, it was about 6 or 7 youngins. I'm talking about they wasn't even 12 years old. And they were literally going at each other with I'm talking to the point where it was about to get physical. And me and another brother step in and put them aside and separate them. And it was 2 or 3 girls literally getting ready to fight 2 or 3 of the boys. And one of the boys talking about, I'm gonna slap you, I'm gonna do this to your mother. And yo, we had to put them to sit down and talk to them calmly until they got it to a certain extent and everything was relaxed. You feel me? So we have to stop passing the blame on people and take responsibility for our own communities. And we cannot leave it in the hand of these so-called Black leaders. It's not going to work. You feel me? So I had to do this video. I know a lot of you are not going to like me. A lot of you are going to dislike me, hate me, call me names. I don't care what you call me. I'm always going to stand on truth. I'm always going to stand on righteousness because only the truth will give us back our sovereignty. For those that are actually on the same frequency that I am, that stand for truth and not be biased, you feel me? Then we are the ones that have to be propelled into these environments and set the record straight and take responsibility, take accountability for our people and teach our people, teach our youngins, instead of injecting in their mind that one particular group or that demographic just said this to make them a little more crazy, a little more wild. That's not what we're looking for. We want to teach our youth who they truly are. So when we stand on business, when they fight for the righteous cause, the restoration of who we are, the restoration of our land, the restoration of our racial, political, and ancestral identity. And that's what differentiates me from all the people out here going viral. You feel me? Like I keep telling y'all, I was sent for this. So this is my take and say on this. That's not what the lady meant. At least not from, you know, a general viewpoint, not from a surface viewpoint. Are there hidden agendas? Are there subliminal messages? There may be, based on what we have seen in the past. When these people step in and try to deal with our situation, it never works out for us. That is the message that I would literally share and promote on that, because that's the truth. But stop spreading misinformation. Stop doing that. It's not helping our people. We're setting our people further back. Let's be righteous people, man. Let's be righteous, man. You did. Being righteous doesn't mean we weak. Being righteous doesn't mean we have to allow people to take advantage of us. Being righteous is what's going to give us back our sovereignty. And that's all I got to say. Peace.